This is the Samsung Galaxy Z Flip3. In summary, I flippin' want one, and you would too once I'm done with this review. You saw what I did there? Flipping? Expect more flippin' puns in this review. First off, yes, it's a flip phone. Remember this? Yeah, I tickled that nostalgia, didn't I? Remember how small they were, how they could fit in your coin pocket, how you could swing it shut after someone annoyed you on the phone, and how with a flick of the wrist you could get it open? Yeah. I know I flunked it that time, but I got it right. Check it out. Well, flip phones have started making a comeback for a while now, and this Z Flip3, Samsung's second iteration of the Z Flip series, albeit being called the Z Flip3. It's called that because Samsung wants to make uniform the naming and numbering of their phones to prevent any confusion. So the Z Fold is on its third iteration, called the Z Fold3, and therefore the Z Flip must be called the Z Flip3. All caught up? Okay, let's dive in. Let's start with design. With a phone like this, the first thing to talk about is the design. In summary, it's flippin' amazing. I warned you. The Z Flip 2 looked amazing, yet Samsung managed to improve it. The shape hasn't really changed much. It's still pretty much a straight phone that you can fold in two. It no longer has a reflective casing. Instead, you get this nice two-tone design with a black section housing the outer screen, and I'll give you more about that outer screen in a bit. The color we have here is the cream, but it's available in black, purple, or dark green. The black doesn't give it that two-tone effect, so it won't be my go-to color, but I'm sure MKBHD would love it. If none of these colors does it for you, Samsung has introduced a bespoke edition, and as the name suggests, it's built to order based on your personal color choices. There's already a variety of colorways for the Z Flip 3, but a bespoke edition represents a total of 49 different combinations. You can customize the front, the back, the frame can be black or silver. Samsung doesn't have all the combinations waiting in boxes, so these are made to order. You go to the website, you customize it, and Samsung delivers it to you. To choose the colors, Samsung said it researched current and future trends and analyzed socio-cultural trends to anticipate changes in customers' preferences and needs. So basically what they're trying to say, in future this one is still gonna look good. The colors all look great, but the bigger change is the new black bar that I've already mentioned. It takes up almost half of the phone's front and houses not only the two outer cameras, but also the larger cover display. The design here manages to hide this display when it's not in use, and even when it is, the black background used throughout makes it feel like a seamless part of the body rather than a screen sticking out. The Z Flip 3 doesn't just look better than its predecessors, it's flippin' tougher. The headline here is the inclusion of an IPX8 rating, which means that this phone, like the Z Fold 3, is water resistant, but no dust protection, so you still want to be careful at the beach and in the sand. Samsung says the new Armor aluminum frame is 10% tougher than before, while Gorilla Glass Victus, the toughest glass around, is coating the phone's body, and Gorilla Glass DX sits on top of the camera lenses. I have to confess, during the launch of these phones, I dropped one. It was on a soft carpet, but I subsequently managed to drop it on a stone floor face down while open. A minor heart attack later, I picked it and there were no scuffs, no dent, and no broken screen. It still works flawlessly. I can't promise that the Z Flip 3 is as tough as standard flat phones, but from experience, it can survive a tumble, a fall, and a roll, and doesn't feel like a phone that needs to be handled with a fragile label. If you want to watch the Z Flip 3 drop tested, there's a link to that video below. I don't have the heart to be dropping phones. When it comes to the display, the Z Flip 3 has two screens. The main screen that's concealed when it's shut, and the aforementioned cover screen. Let's talk about the main screen first. It's a Full HD Plus AMOLED screen as before, but now with 120Hz refresh rate, which makes everything smoother and more fluid. If you haven't held a foldable phone before, you will be taken aback by the Z Flip 3's display. It feels surreal. Personally, feels smoother than regular phones, except for when you get to the crease in the middle, which I must say, unlike everyone else, I like feeling. I don't know why, I just like running my finger over the crease. Maybe I'll have an explanation for this perversion later, but for some people, it's a deal breaker. But I feel it only matters in the beginning, but after a few hours of use, it grows on you. Don't be influenced by other people's opinion, just form your own. Try it, if you like it, you buy it. If you've seen the Z Flip 2, you probably noticed that the outer screen on the Z Flip 3 is significantly larger, and it houses more information, can be used as a camera viewfinder. It has widgets for controlling stuff like your music player, weather alerts, alarms, your step count, and many more. You can access them by swiping to one side, and then swiping the other way brings up notifications, which you can even read from the small screen, while swiping down from the top gives you brightness and volume controls. You can also customize the default clock with a few fun animated options, and you can set up a simple always-on display. I'm looking forward to some more customizability on the widgets and quick message reply options without opening the phone, but besides that, it really is an improved part of the phone. In summary, the cover screen is flippin' useful and fits perfectly with the design. So in case you didn't know, Samsung actually lowered the price of the Z Flip 3, but it didn't cut costs with the specs. You'll find this year's flagship Snapdragon 888 inside. It's the same chip that was used in the Z Fold 3 and the same one that was used in the S21 phones, and it's combined with 8GB of RAM, meaning this phone is what? Flippin' fast. You no longer have to choose between an Exynos or a Snapdragon version. They all come with a Snapdragon 888. You can choose between 128GB and 256GB of flippin' fast UFS 3.1 storage, but in addition to all that, you'll get Wi-Fi 6, Bluetooth 5.1 and NFC. There's face unlock that works with the selfie camera and the side-mounted fingerprint scanner. The Z Flip 3's battery is a teeny weeny 3300 mAh, which is smaller than most mainstream Android phones these days. With typical usage, it could last you a full day, but if you're a heavy user, please pack your power bank. I just wish Samsung had increased the charging speeds. That would have compensated. Lots of phones now have super fast charging speeds, with some able to even charge to 50% in 5 minutes. Dear Samsung, we look forward to faster charging. Please, thank you. But then again, a bigger battery would have meant Samsung would have had to compromise on the phone's sleek, lightweight design, and that's a compromise I'm actually glad they didn't make. It's like having a convertible sports car. You don't buy that wishing or hoping you could carry extra people or luggage. You buy it because it looks good and you look good, and then you can bring the top down. The Z Fold looks good and you will look flipping good with it. Now the part you've been waiting for, the camera. The cameras may not be S21 Ultra awesome, but trust me when I say your social media pictures will look great. This is partly because you can use the main cameras on the back for selfies. I mean, it's a flip phone, so all you need to do is switch the outer screen and voila! Your selfies are gonna come out flipping great. I mean, look at these pictures. Unless you're an actual photographer who cares about dynamic range, exposure and the rest, this is a pretty good shooter and it holds its own. It's even got some features like being able to prop it up half closed or half opened for video calls, your TikTok and Reels videos, and you can even use the cover display as a viewfinder for your subjects when taking pictures, so they can see what they look like when they're posing. The Z Flip 3 is running Android 11 with Samsung's One UI 3.1 on top of it. Samsung has promised up to 3 years of Android updates, so expect Android 12, 13 and 14 with this purchase. One UI is one of the best Android variants. It's fast, has many nifty features and easy to use. Samsung has also done a good job of incorporating support for the Z Flip's unique features. I've already mentioned a few of the camera features, but there are others. Like when you tap on a notification or widget on the cover screen, the app will be ready when you open the phone. You can also configure options around calls so that opening and closing the phone will answer and end calls like the flip phones of old. It will even recognize when you have the display partly open. If you prop the Z Flip 3 up on the table, the Samsung Gallery app will move photos to the top half of the screen for you to scroll through, and you can do the same with apps that have been optimized for this. For a device like this, it's surprising that Samsung actually launched at a price that puts it in the affordable category. It's so much cheaper than the Z Flip 2 when it was launched and makes it even more attainable. My final words about this device: if you're looking at standing out on a budget, this is the phone to get. I got a lot of people saying it looks feminine, but I really enjoyed having it. It was a conversation starter, and if you've ever wanted to get an affordable phone, this is the phone to get. My name is Kobby Spiky Nkrumah, and this has been a flippin' awesome review of the Z Flip 3. Catch you on the next one. Peace.